you doing? It is Thursday, which means we are dropping another episode of Spiritual Banter. I'm Samantha Skelly. Today, we're talking about how to trust yourself. You know, it is something that back in the day, when we actually checked in with our intuitions, we never once questioned if we trust ourselves. As children, you never question if you trust yourself. You just do stuff and it just works or it doesn't work. And as we get older, we've learned how to suffer a little bit. We're really good at learning how to suffer. And so in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what does it mean to not have any self-trust? What does that feel like? What does that look like? And what can we do to start to rebuild that self-trust? Because when we have self-trust, we have so much. So number one, you're so indecisive. You have a decision to make and you don't bloody make it. You prolong it and you wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And what happens in that? The anxiety builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. And this issue in your mind is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And because you're not addressing it, there's so many options and so many what if this, what if this, what if this? You play the what if game all the time with yourself. What if I make the wrong decision? And what if I suck? And what if this? And what if this? Number two, you ask everybody and their dog about what you should do with your own life. You're asking your mom and your grandma and your best friend and your boyfriend and, the girl who sat next to you in elementary school. You ask everybody to try and as if someone's gonna come and make a decision for you. Number three, you're relatively disconnected from your body, because if you were connected into your body and into your intuition, that would be your source of guidance. So you feel this unease, this disconnection with your body and with this decisions that you make. So right, cool. You're yes, Sam, that's me. Cool. Now what do I do about it? Right? Is that what you're thinking? Cool. I got something for you. Three things that we can do to start rebuilding that trust. Number one, think about this. You have had a history of lack of trust. You've said something, you haven't done it. You said something, you haven't done it. Whether it's dieting or relationships or whatever it is, I promise I'll never date a boy like that again. And then boom, you do, right? So there's a lack of integrity with your word. So creating situations where you can be integral with your word. Micro decisions, little things that you can follow through on. So you say it and you do it. You say it and you do it. That's how we build integrity with who we are, right? Because in the past, you've let yourself down. I've let myself down. We've all let ourselves down. Yay, right? But we have the potential, we have the opportunity to change the trajectory of our lives. And so don't trust the personality or the ego side of you. Know that there's a deeper, more profound part of you that is so able to guide your human experience if you're curious and allow it to do so. Number two, just being decisive. You have a decision, just make it. Just make it and know that no matter the outcome, you are going to be able to handle the outcome of that decision that you made. So just having more decisiveness in your decision making, decisive decision making. That is key. And also, number three, just know that if you quote unquote fail, whatever that means, fail forward. We are designed for learning and expansion. So if you make the wrong decision, that was the right decision to make, if that makes sense, because there was a lesson in there that you needed to learn. And so following that first gut feeling of you have a decision, check in. What's that feeling? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Follow it. And if it's ooh, this isn't the way this was supposed to turn out, cool, great. What's the lessons in that then? What can you learn? We're designed for learning and expansion and growth. So when we stay confined in our little boxes and we don't move and we don't take risks and we don't make decisions and we just stay here, I just want to be safe and protect myself, that sucks. That sucks. And it's not how we're supposed to go on this human journey. And so cultivating that little bit of trust to be able to kind of push those boundaries a little bit is going to be challenging your ego, because your ego wants to keep you safe. But just know that you were designed for so much more, more than you can ever imagine. And the amount of trust that you have access to is infinite. It's huge. It's massive. So start small with your micro decisions. Start to rebuild up that trust, because when you can rebuild it in little tiny things that you do, you can make big decisions. And knowing that, hang on a second, no, my gut, my intuition has guided me to make these small decisions. So of course I'm going to be able to make these bigger decisions. So try out that this week. Number one, making micro decisions, finding things that you can do and be in integrity with to start building up that trust. As soon as you are confronted with a decision, be decisive about it. Get into your body and make a decision based on what your body is telling you, not what your mind is telling you. And number three, fail forward. Don't be afraid of it. It's all good. I fail all the time. And it's just learning, it's just expanding. That is how we are fundamentally designed. If this video resonated with you, give it a tag, give it a share. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, and let me know, what do you guys want me to do my video on next week? I want to hear from you. Mwah! Have a good day.
Energize, realize, feels so good just to be alive.